Hello everyone, in this video, I am going to explain about the second basic teaching from Buddha, the Four Noble Truths. The Four Noble Truths are: Number 1. The truth of suffering. Number 2. The truth of the origin of suffering. Number 3. The truth of the cessation of suffering. Number 4. The truth of the path to the cessation of suffering, or we can describe Buddha as a doctor. First, he diagnosed the disease and explains the causes of disease. Then, he found that the disease is curable and taught us the prescription to the disease. First noble truth, the truth of suffering, dukkha. Dukkha is a Pali word. It has been translated to as suffering, but it also means unease, stress, discomfort, and others. Sometimes, it scares away people to understand more about Buddhism because it sounds pessimistic. Someone will say, "I do feel happy, relaxed and cheerful and don't really feel sad or discomfort all the time." In fact, Buddha acknowledged the existence of pleasant sensation. However, due to impermanence characteristic, pleasant sensation cannot last. That's why we feel unsatisfied or suffering. It is realistic and it happens to everyone no matter who you are. Fortunately, Buddha does not only end with suffering, and he taught us the way to liberate from suffering. Number 2. The truth of the origin of suffering. Buddha tells us that the root of all suffering is attachment or desire. Due to our attachment to desire, it creates many negative mental states like stress, selfish, angry, hate, depressed, guilty, anxious, arrogant, fear, despair and so many others. All the emotions are related to three causes. First, ignorance. It can be described as misconceptions about the nature of the reality. Second, greed or craving, desire for pleasant sensation, becoming and non-becoming, but it also includes wholesome desire like desire to liberate from suffering. Last, aversion or hatred, opposite of craving, want to get rid of unpleasant things. All the emotions arises from our six senses: mind, eye, ear, nose, tongue and body. When our six senses meet objects, either pleasant or unpleasant feeling arises. Clinging to the feeling leads to karma of body movement, karma of words and karma done by mind. Then, karma will bring us rebirth again, and rebirth makes us go through aging, sick and dead again. We will repeat in rebirth again if we don't stop creating karma. Fortunately, we can learn the way to escape this rebirth cycle from the teaching of Buddha. Number 3. The truth of the cessation of suffering. Buddha tells us that suffering can be ceased off. Everyone has the same equal chance to liberate from suffering. Peace appears and we are free from rebirth again. Buddha calls this as attaining nirvana. It is kind of mental state that everyone is possible to reach. We can describe Buddha as a land discoverer. He found the new land and come back to tell us his discovery. Then, Buddha tells us the method to reach the new land and last noble truth. Number 4. The truth of path to the cessation of suffering. The last noble is telling us the methods to end suffering, and we can classify them into three groups, which are ethical conduct, sila, meditation, samadhi, and wisdom, panna. 1. Right understanding. 2. Right intention. 3. Right speech. 4. Right action. 5. Right livelihood. 6. Right effort. 7. Right mindfulness. 8. Right concentration. Number 1. Sila, ethical conduct, which consists right speech, right action, and right livelihood. Buddha tells us to follow the precepts which help to avoid ethical misconduct. 5 precepts for laypeople, 8 precepts for laypeople who taking meditation course, and 227 precepts for fully ordained monk. 5 precepts are: refrain from killing, refrain from taking freely which is not given, refrain from false speech, refrain from sex misconduct, and refrain from intoxicating drinks and drugs. Having right ethical conduct helps us to achieve certain level of tranquility. Without tranquility, It is difficult to observe our mind seems like covered by a layer of clouds. For example, how can we have peace of mind if we steal someone's belonging or hurting someone? After having certain tranquility from our ethical conduct, we can seek for further tranquility from meditation and wisdom. Number 2. Samadhi, meditation which consists of right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. Meditation is considered as a mind training practice. An untrained mind always wanders around, like a wild horse runs any direction. There are many different types of meditation methods. The most basic one is breathing meditation because everyone has to live with breathing. Meditation can be in any posture like sitting, standing, walking and lying down. Or, we can say as long as you are aware of what you are doing, it is considered as meditation. For example, we sometimes think about our incomplete work while having lunch. We don't aware of what we're doing during that time. However, it is natural that untrained mind wanders to other objects. The main point is to bring our attention back to what we are doing during that time. Sometimes, we even don't aware that our mind has wandered to other objects. This is bad. Meditation is about looking inwards to ourselves and it is about letting go. Peace is within us since we're born. We can only see it when we let go our defilement. In my opinion, be simple, patient and endurance to your meditation method. The right meditation helps us reduce our stress, and our mind is able to reach higher level of tranquility. However, meditation makes us tranquil temporarily, the defilement has not fully uprooted yet. Buddha tell us do contemplation in order to fully uproot our defilement. Number 3. Panna, wisdom which consists of right understanding and right intention. It can be described as the wisdom of understanding the true nature of the universe, the three characteristics of the universe, impermanence, unsatisfactory and non-self. Wisdom is not just referred as the knowledge that we learn from book, it has be experienced to be understood. Wisdom is described as the combined of theory and practical. Just like driving, both theory and practical are required. It is going to be dangerous if we miss out one of them. With the tranquility from ethical conduct and meditation, we are able to see and experience the true reality of universe and our wisdom arises. So, Buddha tells us to contemplate things around us with characteristic of impermanence, unsatisfactory and non-self, and it helps to arise our wisdom. Ethical conduct, meditation and wisdom are the teaching from Buddha that help us to liberate from suffering.